Welcome to School Matters. I'm Raven. We're here at the Center for Communications and Media Relations here at Varina High School, my home away from home. We get to make videos and do photography, and I really enjoy it. And yes, I am unmasked, but I'm also far away from any of the crew. We're being safe. Later in the show, we'll learn how some middle school teachers are de-stressing at the end of the day, join a special parade at Elko Middle, and see some student performances of plays that I'm sure you've never heard of. Right now, we want to applaud a performance of a 5th grader at Knuckles Farm Elementary, this year's Henrico County Spelling Bee winner.
My name is Muzen, and I'm representing Knuckles Farm Elementary.
So I'm Muzen Young. I'm a 5th grader at Knuckles Farm Elementary, and I won the Henrico County District Spelling Bee.
Is everyone ready? All right, then let's get started. Good luck, everyone.
My first word, teak, T-E-A-K.
Teak. This word is a noun.
Didn't really remember, so I just decided to just guess.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Well, for words I already know, then I would just spell it. For words I'm not sure about, then I would think about how it's spelled in a book, because I love reading. And then for those that I don't really know how to spell at all, I would ask for a definition.
Could you give me the definition again?
To stall my time and sort things out in my mind.
Now planted in West Africa and tropical America for its wood.
Teak. T-E-A-K. Teak.
That is correct.
In the beginning, it's some easy stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty easy.
Your word is eggplant.
Eggplant. E-G-G-P-L-A-N-T. Eggplant.
And then start to get harder later on.
Your word is aromatherapy.
I thought okay, I know this, I know aroma and I know therapy, so I'm just gonna put them together to make aromatherapy.
A-P-Y.
That is correct. Your word is hermitage.
Hermitage. H.
Tapioca.
T-A.
Dowager.
D-O-W. Hermitage.
That is correct.
Tapioca.
That is correct.
Dowager.
That is correct. Your word is quorum.
Definition?
Quorum, well, I always get mixed up between O and U and O, but when I thought about the spelling, I thought that Q-O-U would look a bit weird, so I just went with Q-U-O.
Q-U-O-R-U-M, quorum.
That is correct. Your word is detritus.
I felt pretty confident about it because I had studied my words and then I remembered seeing it on the paper, so then when I spelled it, I was pretty sure I'd get it right.
R-I-T-U-S, detritus.
That is correct. One more. Your word is jambalaya.
I was like, yes, because my parents always like to eat it. Whenever they eat it, they say that it's really good and it's their favorite dish, one of their favorite dishes. So I was like, yes, I'm going to win.
J-A-M-B-A-L-A-Y-A, jambalaya.
That is correct. Now we have our Spelling Bee champion for 2022. Congratulations.
It was very exciting when I won. I was just getting kind of tired because it was late at night, but then I was also feeling really happy. So I also felt proud, and I was sort of a mix between all of those, really.
Muzen is only in 5th grade, so that means she has 3 more years of eligibility. E-L-I. I'm a decent speller, but I've never actually won a spelling bee. One thing that I do enjoy is cereal. To me, it's not just a breakfast thing, it's an anytime thing. My favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Anyways, Glen Allen recently completed a project where cereal has many uses.
So each quarter we do a community service project, and our second quarter community service project was a box cereal drive to fill local food banks. So some of our local churches that are our community partners, some outreach programs for Richmond City homeless, and our Cubs collected 661 boxes of cereal. So we took that community service project and turned it into a STEM lesson as well.
You need to count how many cereal boxes we have?
Yeah.
All right, Corbin, will you go in the back?
How?
So if you want to write 30 boxes,
Try to make a domino run.
Wow.
But we need a plan for that. So we need to.
Each grade level house put together a domino chain reaction. So they had to measure things out, work together in groups to communicate, come up with a design, and then test their chain to see if it worked, and then reconfigure any challenges that they did. And then we also want to challenge our teachers, because we're trying to do some modeling, not only for our students, but for them. So my whole staff brought all of the boxes up from the classroom.
2, 1.
And then we created a domino that started in 5th grade, went down this hallway, and all the way down to the end of the first and kindergarten area. So it was fun watching the teachers kind of be kids and develop, neat trails and trial and error. Somebody would tip one and it would knock half of them down. They'd start again. So they got to see the fun that kids had. So our theme this year is 5 houses, 1 community, empowering every voice. The voice spells out valiant, optimistic, innovative, compassionate, and evolving.
We're the lion.
we're House Umla.
We're House A and we're the Eagle.
We're House Kokoro.
We are House Kenyanga.
So yesterday was our first celebration for our quarter house competition. So our House Amel, our blue house, won the first quarter competition. So they were rewarded with a glow day dance party. So we transformed our gym and had a fun time with that. We really brought it yesterday, so we're enticing others to start being a little more creative and bringing out some of that funness. Us showing that we can have fun really does tailor to what the kids want to do, I think. Definitely was a cool thing.
Did you hear how Glen Allen has a house system, kind of like Harry Potter? I've heard it's a great way to meet new people because you get put into a house randomly, no sorting hat, and you stay with that house year after year. Now let's head to Deep Run, where instead of multiple houses, we're talking about 4 classes that all put on plays in the same night.
So she comes running out the door. She's listening to.
Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. These are all my good stories.
Think it's watching us right now?
We're doomed. We're never going to get that Xbox. This is all your fault, Ma.
No, it isn't. It's your fault. But if you look really close, and it's not just way small, it's upside down. It's your birthday, you know, you have your hair. It's your birthday. Boring! Did you think that I'm 6 years old? I am 7. I don't do that little kid stuff anymore. Well, I want Beyonce.
There were 4 plays of all the different levels of classes. Our play was Aftermath. We went second. It was about a kid who was taken out mysteriously in the middle of class, and a bunch of other students who didn't know him very well were trying to come up with answers as to why he left and where he went, but they didn't really know him well enough to come up with a concrete idea.
He did not start talking about his dog. He did too. Can't make a promise to a dog. I was there. There is no way Emmett Wheeler can get in trouble for his artwork, be kidnapped by aliens, be an alien.
I was suit-wearing woman, so I came out and I was sort of Emmett's mother, and we are aliens, and that was kind of weird because we had to say wummy wummy and then piddly widdly saspoomba, and that was kind of fun and different.
Have no fear. Boom chakalaka, boom goo hoo.
And who gnu boom boom daka shaka ooh
Are here.
I played Emmett. I was the lead.
16 years since birth is a small amount of time on Earth. A small amount of space. If the human race were fired, it'd be a tiny spark.
He was, I guess what you could say, imagining people. It kind of felt like he was brought in and back into reality, you know? Like things that didn't make any sense. It was like aliens, somehow he gets kidnapped. It was very interesting though, because it still made a really good story.
So nice to meet you, Alex.
He doesn't know anything.
Close your eyes, Elf! Close your stupid eyes and stop judging us! Stop looking at me, man. Hey, let's just do this.
The Elf on the Shelf had to die or something like that. That was my favorite because like they messed up a lot, which like they didn't plan, which was pretty funny, and how they like could like fix it and interact with the crowd. It was really funny.
But how else is Santa gonna know for naughty or nice?
And more importantly, how else is he going to get us our Xbox?
The elves on the shelf are our chains. I say we throw them all and live free like we're supposed to.
Talk about Santa's naughty list and stuff, and then unfortunately that elf supposedly died, and then they brought in other elves and it turned into like an action movie kind of. It had a lot of turns.
Can I borrow your CD player?
No, you may not.
Please, I just want to listen to my new CD. Forget it, you'll break it.
Mom!
At the bottom of Lake Missoula, it was the completely different vibe of the rest of the place. It was about this girl whose parents died in a tornado.
And my mom, she could grow anything. She would always have this huge garden, and it was just amazing. Princess Party Smackdown, like, just the way it was performed was great.
I don't know if you've met other 7-year-olds, but they are nothing compared to my child, okay? Other kids are crap. They're pathetic. So whatever your A game is, you need to be at whatever is above that.
I don't know that there are letters in front of A. Like, would we go back to Z?
I want singing. I want a positive theme.
That is mainly juniors and seniors, so they really know how to act like really well.
This is a princess party.
Right.
So, what are you supposed to be exactly?
I'm the Ooblots. I'm an outer dimensional creature that's broken into your time stream. Mostly, I'm here to enslave and devour humans.
They were really good. They have everything, like the emotions perfect. They interacted with the crowd. They like performed it perfectly. Everybody came in perfect times. Everybody was like, it was really good.
I think he always knew, but you pretend. You pretend that you don't hear. You pretend that it doesn't matter. And every second, you are pretending that the latest shove or insult or kid who makes you go around him or give your seat on the bus or say to your mom something horrible or lend him $1. I think it's just really important that you kind of put your all into something, because even if it doesn't turn out great, people can still tell that you're trying, and I think that's all that really matters in a school play.
As a whole class, we all had our ups and downs, but we realized that if we signed up to do this, and we're gonna get the job done, and it was all about teamwork.
I think we did good, but like towards in my scene, we skipped, I think it was 2 pages. We skipped 2 pages of the book, which is really bad, and I didn't even notice it. But besides that, I think everybody did good.
I think we did very well, and especially for a Theater 1 class and for our first ever really play, and I think we did really good.
Wherever you are, and we feel you right here. On it.
No, you're not.
Who's that?
No clue.
I'm a medical.
You're a weirdo.
The students we talked to were from the Drama 1 class, and for most of them, it was the first time they had ever performed on stage. When we come back, we'll learn about how teachers at Rolfe Middle School are dealing with stress.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back to School Matters. Earlier in the show, we introduced you to some theater stars at Deep Run and a spelling star from Knuckles Farm. Now we're going to meet someone who's kind of a star at Elko Middle School.
our culinary class helped us out, our kids. We set up lunch. We got the drum line and our cheerleaders. They're gonna help us. Y'all are gonna lead the parade.
Oh man, I appreciate that, Dr. Mizell.
School Resource Officer and School Security Officer Appreciation Day typically falls in January every year and is a time for schools and citizens to come together and convey appreciation to their school resource and security officers. Keeping schools safe allows students and staff to look forward to being in an encouraging environment that promotes social and creative learning. We are fortunate to have Officer Miller as our school resource officer and Mr. Cash as our school security officer. Gentlemen, thank you for your unwavering support and commitment to Elko Middle School.
Parades aren't something they do every day at Elko. That was part of SRO and SSO Appreciation Day. So far, we've showcased a lot of students and even some security folks. Now let's start talking about teachers and how one school is helping them deal with the daily stress.
This room is our serenity room. Most people say the massage chair room, but I call it the serenity room because this is a place the teacher can come and decompress. This is a place that provides a lot of just basic resources that will help them get through a moment, get through a block, or get through a day.
The restorative room is a great room to have for teachers and staff here at Rolfe Middle School. If we're having a stressful moment, we can come here, decompress with one of the many activities, and just relax.
This is an awesome room because it provides teachers and any faculty a place of zen and just kind of a moment to recoup and breathe sometimes. Teaching can be a stressful job and have its moments. And so when teachers kind of have that moment where they feel stressed, they know that they can come to this room and it's kind of a safe place for them to decompress and kind of reset for the day.
And it's just a calming room. We do have a dimmer in here where we can lower the lights. Faculty can close the door and just escape.
I feel like standing up as a teacher for 8 hours a day is very stressful on your back. So the massage chair always offers that stress relief, relaxes you.
Coloring is very therapeutic. When you can sit and color, maybe listen to some soothing music.
I like the adult coloring books because we teach our students in advisory class about mindfulness, but sometimes we as adults forget to practice it. And for me, that's an easy way to practice mindfulness. It kind of allows my brain to kind of just focus on one thing. So the coloring is kind of the only thing I get to focus on, and it's kind of that reset and that decompression for me.
Getting teachers to understand, take your break. Restore yourself. You don't have to go through the day with all that pent-up anxiety. You can come in and release.
Because it's like a blank canvas with just essentials. So whether it's the essential oils, whether it is the self-massager, whether it is the massage chair, or whether it's the coloring book, it is the basic things that people need just to give them a kickstart or a jump start, just to like reset them, restore them.
Every school should have one of these because, like I said, teaching can be a very stressful job, and like all teachers should have a place where they can go to kind of get that stress off their shoulders, even if it's just for a moment or 5 minutes during their planning period, so that they can be the best teachers they are in their classroom.
I wouldn't mind having one of those massage chairs. I enjoy them, but not as much as my mom. She's a big fan of those chairs. Now, let's head to the other side of the county to another middle school where older students are helping new students understand what middle school is all about.
We're building a Minecraft world to introduce sixth graders to what the concepts in middle school are.
Like the clinic, the library, like a football field, all that stuff, but in a theme, like carnival theme. That's our theme for our Minecraft project.
So we're building a map basically for the sixth graders so they won't be nervous for their first day of school.
Everyone has special categories they work on. Some people do, like, since we're doing a Minecraft project, certain people do the sports, certain people do the subjects, and then other people do the electives.
So if a new student or a transfer student comes into the school like 6th grade, or if they're transferred like 7th or 8th, something like that, they'll see this, actual people, like the staff in the school, like so they can explore the school, what we have to offer in the school.
You can join the Minecraft world and just look around, and we have some games that you can play.
So for example, in the math one, we have like this math classroom, and we have a board, and if you get the right answer, the door opens and you just enter to the next problem.
So for some of the stuff, you can go, like there's pictures and you can walk through the pictures and just guess. Like for social studies, it'll be like some questions and then you walk through the picture, and if it's a wrong picture, it'll be like lava. But if it's a right picture, you'll just stay alive.
A lot of us have played Minecraft since like when we were in 5th grade, 4th grade, so we already know how things work out, and some of us have took coding classes, like electives to help us.
A boss is pretty much where we help everyone who's like in working management, so we're like a manager, we help other people do what they're supposed to do.
So like if they get off task, you have to tell them to like get back on and help them around with the stuff.
Well, we do have things that we have to build, but mostly we help everyone else build their things.
I think it's just people who lead the group project. I mean, like try to make everything together, like, you know, teamwork. So far it's turning out good. We're just like putting like finishing touches up on it.
I think it's pretty cool.
I think it turned out pretty well.
It's really good.
I like how they're called bosses. That sounds way cooler than student helpers. We'll be back with more School Matters after this.
Do we all have an understanding of what cyberbullying and bullying in general is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, with you guys, we wanted to get in here and talk to you guys because next year you're going to middle school. There's a lot more freedom in middle school than there is elementary school, but with all that freedom comes more responsibility. So the teachers are going to hold you to a higher standard than would normally be in elementary school.
We're here to tell you that you're smart.
Would you wear your bathing suit to
Walmart?
No.
Elliot's like, what? Why? No, you wouldn't wear your bathing suit to Walmart. No. So, if we wouldn't do that in Walmart, do we do it on the internet?
No.
No way. So, just think of the internet like Walmart, okay? If you wouldn't do it in Walmart, we don't do it on the internet. Would you go up to a stranger and be like, yo?
How well do you know your presidents? Here's a chance to test your knowledge. Can you identify this gentleman? Meet Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States. Fillmore got the job because he was the VP in 1850 when Zachary Taylor died. While in office, his pro-South policies like the Fugitive Slave Act met with strong opposition from northern states. In turn, his presidency lasted only 3 years, and he became the last member of the Whig Party to sit in the Oval Office. Millard Fillmore, the unlucky number 13.
Welcome back to School Matters. We've visited a lot of schools so far in this program. We've seen plays and parades, we've talked about spelling and de-stressing. Now we're gonna see a project at Douglas Freeman High School that can be almost anything. It's called Project Maverick, and just watch, you'll see what I mean.
Just thinking about this project, we want to make it as narrow and specific.
So this is part of Project Maverick, which is a senior, kind of a capstone project. And essentially this is an expansion of Project Citizen, where again, students pick a problem that they are passionate about and they research it and they come up with potential solutions and then they try to get their solution enacted.
If it was just talked about more in general, I feel like that would already be a great start.
Some students may not be comfortable with their counselor.
I think if we were to tackle little things like that and implement.
So this is solving problems through public policy and exploring problems that you are passionate about to show our students that you really can make a difference, whether that's just at the school level or all the way up to the state level.
We know there's a problem, not just at this school, but in all schools. How can we address that?
We were thinking adding more visual aids for the cars, either adding lights or brighter signs.
They were presenting to this panel their problem and proving that their problem is a legitimate one, further study.
The teachers could have some insight on mental illness.
That's a great idea. Does anyone else have other stuff?
The role of the panel was to make sure that their topic, their issue they were passionate about is a legitimate problem, and to offer feedback about next steps, about possible people they could contact or even possible solutions they may want to explore.
Definitely do research about local laws.
Another layer of research because you got to prove that it's worth your time.
But it would be interesting to know kind of what they've tried.
Is there a way that you could?
We did this in 2019 as Project Citizen, and we did have some students who did get to work with county officials and central office officials on implementing their ideas.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Buenos Suerte.
We'll be following that project to see what the students come up with. We'll end our program with a video created by 5th graders at Springfield Park Elementary. They wanted to spread the word about kindness, and I think they did a great job. For School Matters, I'm Raven. Thanks for watching.
I wish I could take your hands. Please take mine. In a world full of darkness, you gotta find your light. Demands and we'll work together. You gotta stand up and love each other.